Greetings and welcome to our midweek offering in our series of weekly devotionals. And we're taking a look this week at a passage in the book of the prophet Ezekiel, some words of hope in the midst of trial and trouble. You know, at Forks UCC, in the 10 years that I've been here, we've been fond of saying that the church is not the building, but that the church exists outside the building. The church is indeed the people. And this has perhaps been tested in the last year, or certainly we've reflected on it because we haven't been able to be in the building much in the last year and 3 months with the pandemic time that we've been living in. And we've had to kind of discover new ways of being church together. Well, the people of Judah during the Babylonian exile certainly were faced with the same dilemma. During the time of the Babylonian domination, the sacred city of Jerusalem was destroyed. The temple that was the central focal point of worship was destroyed. The leadership of the city and the ordained priesthood of the temple were exiled and taken away. And so, over the course of several decades and in fact centuries, the Jewish people had to sort of reinvent and reimagine their religion, their religious identity and their relationship with God, and reimagine who God was for them. And they eventually, instead of worship centered in the temple, discovered a worship centered in the sacred scriptures. The temple priesthood was replaced by rabbis, and the centrality of the location of Jerusalem was replaced by Jewish people all scattered across the known world. And they discovered that their relationship with God continued in a new and different way. Well, I think that we are called to the same kind of experience. I know that my image of God, certainly as a kid, has changed dramatically over the years. And the Reverend Barbara Brown Taylor says in one of her reflections on God that this is a question that we wrestle with throughout the course of our lifetime. She asks, so who is God for us? Does God not come and answer every call that I make? Well, perhaps then God is not my minion. So who is God? Does God not take revenge or punish my adversaries for sins committed against me? Well, then maybe God is not a policeman. So who is God? Does God not make everything all right for me? Well, then maybe God is not a fixer. So who is God? It is the question of a lifetime, and one that we engage in as people of faith throughout the course of our life. And so perhaps we might reflect on, in this last year and 3 months or so of pandemic struggle and challenge, how has our image, our relationship with God changed? Have we had to reimagine perhaps how we relate to God and how we worship God and who God might be for us? And we might reflect also that those changings, those reimaginings, those reinventings of who God is, as they were for the people of Judah, might just be a good thing. Amen.